a little bit more about it.
Ann Reeves, founder of this TV station. Co-founder, correct? Founder of many things. Been around for a long time.
It's true.
You have a show here called Connect.
It's true. That's true.
Is my show better? Yes. I'm so jealous.
Clearly.
Thank you. So Ann, do you want to share your rich legacy, talk about the future, eat food, while you're
Whatever.
here?
Oh. A little bit of everything.
Can you give us a little history, though?
This is wonderful, this Megathon you've put together. It's really quite wonderful.
I'll take all the credit if it goes well, yes.
Indeed, indeed. Well, I just think it's such an amazing community, and in as much as we've just heard about Anchor House, it shows how broad we are and how much work there is to be done and how we have to keep at it.
Yes.
And there's Tim going off to Oswego, wherever Oswego is.
Like New York State.
Yes, it's New York State, and then down to East Stroudsburg and around. But we are aware of gangs, and we do know that there is trouble, and that these kids need an outlet. They need someone who says, we care, and come along. We'll see if we can't be helpful.
Right.
And I just think that's enormously important.
Well, I think what's more important is you have people, I mean, a lot of Americans are volunteer-oriented, in Princeton very much. But the old adage, though, you have to be part of the commonweal and give back. It's not a command, but it should be a part of your way of life. Everyone should do it something
Exactly.
that fits into their life. I mean, no one says you have to go kill yourself in
No.
or not in amounts of time.
No.
So-
And one of the things that we've started here, when we were here for the inauguration, all those who went
You
to
were
Washington.
for Obama a long time ago.
know,
That's the
I
first
did.
time I ever heard it. I always thought Hillary Clinton. You said Obama was the one. Obama. That was when he was just that guy giving that speech in Boston.
I know.
Right.
And he just continues to delight me in so many ways, and delight us all. I feel as though it's our gift to the world. And he's really quite remarkable. And he told us that he can't possibly do it alone, that he needs all of us to help.
Right.
So at this inauguration event at the Arts Council, we put up a banner, and it said, yes, we can, and then we crossed out can and said, yes, we will. And we asked everyone to sign commitments. So we have a commitment mural, and it's been going around. It will continue to go around. We have to get another drop cloth, very expensive mural material. And it's been to the Democratic Organization, and various people there signed it. It's been to Johnson Park for its art night, and we had many, many children and parents sign there. We've been to the DNR. We've been asked to come to the breast cancer park in Mercer County. They'd like to do it there. But it just means if you say commit and you write your name and you say you're going to avoid littering, or you're not going to use plastic papers,
Right.
or you're going to help a child have its dreams, or you're going to help an elderly person have its dreams in its own home, their own home, I should say. It just seems as though it's part of our community to do this.
Right.
And if we can't do it, it isn't going to get done.
Right, and everybody has to do. I mean, and what comes around goes around. You're going to be that senior citizen, or
Right.
the pollution in the ocean. And no, it has to be done. I mean, World War II is a perfect example when people were committed, and they also felt. I'm not saying they should suffer, but everyone had to feel the pain of what was going on
Right.
and commit to it. And
That's a very good example of
yeah,
it. Yes.
and that's we were talking about that before about I don't know how you feel about Iraq, but maybe we should have a draft come back. It might have changed people's mentality on the war.
Oh. Do you know, one of the things I've been wondering about, when they say you have a tour, do you know how long that tour is?
I thought a tour was 6 months to a year.
Okay.
But then it gets extended, obviously. We had the backdoor draft and everything.
And it's the third tour that this
Right. Usually,
guy or gal is taking.
in past years, it was always understood they could extend it, but it never was.
Yeah.
Just like presidents never ran for a third term, but now, since they didn't want to have a draft because it would have been so unpopular, they just really stretched out these tours and extended them or re-upped them and everything. It was pretty, it's rough.
It is rough. I think
tough.
it's very rough.
So what are you doing to give back? What's your latest project?
My latest, trying to get this mural around in
Right.
various spots takes a little bit of time. But I've been very enthusiastic and excited about doing this program called Connect.
Right. I've watched Connect. I like the graphics at the
And-
beginning of the show.
Oh, thank you. Sue Bannon
Oh,
takes
she did them.
total responsibility
They're
for
right.
it.
They're cool.
Do you?
Professional.
She's-
Professional.
She's just a wonderful gal. Has been working with us for a long, long time.
And what are you trying to highlight in Connect?
We're trying to point out that we are a community and that we can nourish one another and just inform people, because so often they have no idea that Nicholas Katzenbach lives in town
Yes.
and that he finished this book, and he talks about working with LBJ and with Robert Kennedy and so forth. I mean, there are just so many interesting people, whether it's Sam Hines, it's Arnold Rappersand. It's just a whole group of wonderful people and organizations, so that we get the why to come and say what is troubling them right now. Or we have a new volunteer group. It's not new, but it's changing its names from Hands-On Helpers to Volunteers Connect. And we need to know this, and we don't always see it in our newspapers.
Right,
So it's
right.
just an additional way to inform people and nourish people about what their community
So is your
all about.
Rolodex filled with these celebrities? Come on, let's be honest.
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit. I just feel it's such an honor. This community it looks so pretty from the outside, and people coming in and saying, "Oh, what a beautiful town!"
Yeah,
and so
in the
forth.
springtime, yes.
It's especially beautiful in the springtime, but it's a real town. It has its problems. It has its concerns. It has seniors who aren't exactly welcomed if they can't pay the taxes.
No,
They have to
no.
keep moving on. And I do remember one gentleman saying to me, the hardest thing for me to do, to move, was to lose my vote in the
That's
borough.
right, because you go to, a lot of people going to Somerset County or something.
Right, and
in
and
Montgomery.
they say, my vote meant so much to me
Right.
over the years.
This is my
And
town, it was the way to
That's
say I
right.
had a voice.
That's right. And how fortunate we are to have so many local merchants. They're not all chains. So you have the Bent Spoon who says, I'll help with the marathon.
Right,
And you
right.
have Mediterra or the Witherspoon Bread Company. And you have just, Olives. And these are all individuals. who
Right.
are
For
not
putting their life
necessarily-
work and their work in the community and the
That's
store.
right. Are reaching out. And they don't have to check
With the corporate-
California or Arkansas to find out whether it's going to be all right. And by the time it's all right, it's been over. Something.
Do you ever
that's-
take on this, getting into controversy, the meter parking on Sundays? Do you ever feel any of that?
Yes, I've heard both sides to that. I know the borough needs money like crazy. I wonder if I thought there was a fairly good suggestion of saying, please don't have it until churches are over, so that people who go to church don't have to worry about their meters. I would wish that we could perhaps work
Compromise?
with that. Have
But
a little compromise.
it's just they need revenues because everything is so short.
So incredibly short.
Do you think it would hurt business? I guess no one know. I don't know until it happens, I guess. I mean,
I don't know, but they have suggestions about whether or not these are merchants who use the meters, or they're
Right,
people
but-
from out of town who don't pay taxes. I mean, all of the various issues. But you have to rely on your council, and you hope that they will bend a little bit if it doesn't work, or, for instance, with the churches. I do think, if these people come in, why make it quite as difficult for
But
them?
then some people say, why are we supposed church and state should be separate? Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot of
well,
it's
that's
like-
right.
yeah,
Sure,
they
and
say that.
I'm very much church and state should be separate.
Mm-hmm.
But these are people who live here, who pay taxes.
Right, and they want to go to church unmolested without having to run out.
That's right, unmolested.
Yeah,
Absolutely
that's tough.
right,
Well,
indeed.
you were at the beginning of TV 30. It started off in a closet. Well, can you give us a little story?
Well, I can only tell you it was Mayor Cawley, who was the mayor of the community at the time, and he asked if I would represent the arts on deciding which group would get a franchise. And one thing led to another, and eventually
You got
we had
TV.
Channel 30.
And it was in a closet in the old art
It was
council.
in a closet in the old Arts Council, and it was amazing what you could do out of that closet.
yes.
And we had Cafe Improv with Tom
Right,
Florek
right,
upstairs
right,
and
right.
John
Long
Irving.
running.
And every month they would put on a great show.
Right, fistful of popcorn's been
And a
doing
fist
right.
full of popcorn. It's moved right along, and now it's so much more lively.
Right,
I think
hopefully.
it's really wonderful,
Hopefully.
and George does a
Yeah, George
spectacular
McCullough.
job.
George
George McCullough,
Right.
who
And-
is our leader,
And you have your show. How long are you going to continue doing your show? Is it year by year, case by case?
case by case.
And so-
But it seems there,
People call you?
yes, people do call and ask if I
Mm-hmm.
would consider this or that, and we all talk about it and what we think would be the most interesting, and we try to vary it so that there's something that's very classical and wonderful, and something that's very down home. And
Or meat and potatoes issues too?
yeah,
Right, everything.
exactly. So one of the things that we're thinking, or we're working on right now, is we're going to go to the various groups in the community and talk to them about where the taxes go. So we'll go and visit the tax
That's
department.
That's a good. You're like 2020, 60
Yes,
minutes.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we'll just keep at it. But I think the more informative we can be, and it is interesting, people do stop you in the supermarket or someplace.
I've
and
been
say,
noticing that too.
Have
It's
you
anecdotal
too? Yes.
evidence. I get some bad stares, put it that way too. Like what did you say? But yeah, people have seen it. They
That's
are
right.
surfing and stopping. I don't know. Or you tell people and they watch it or something.
Exactly. And so that's
exciting.
been rewarding. At least you know that you're not wasting your time.
Yeah, exactly. We're not talking to the wall or
That's
something.
Right, that's right.
Not that your career and your achievements and your giving back
All
are
right.
ending, but how would you want to be remembered here in town? I mean, you've been here a long time.
It's true.
That's
A
true.
very long time.
And you've done a lot. You've left your imprints in a lot of
And
places.
I've really enjoyed. This business of promoting community, I think, is
but
extremely important.
we always like this. I mean,
I
too
think
al-
I probably was.
oh really? It's
in
too altruistic
school
for me.
when little by little, there were just things that needed pull us together, and we could do amazing
Right.
things. And I think, in the long run, most of the things have worked out pretty nicely.
So what would your epitaph be, though, later to the boys and girls, or
To the boys and girls.
like don't sit down and play video games, do something,
That's
or
right. Do something. Yeah, there's always something to do.
Right.
Just
That's a
make
good
sure.
way. There's always something to
There's
do.
always something that you could do to enrich the community, to make it
I could s-
warmer, friendlier.
Right. I could see on your grave, it'd say, if I wasn't dead, I'd get up and do something. That's what they should put on your. That's the only thing that
Do it.
stop
Don't
me.
just sit here.
Yeah, yeah.
Just
Don't look at me.
No, right.
Do
Just
something.
Move. Do something.
That's
Yes,
cool.
I would love that. I would think that would be
Mm-hmm.
wonderful. And I keep hoping that everybody will come together and tell us what they feel is needed. I
Right.
mean, every now and then you get an idea and you think, I'm going to really go for that. That's a wonderful idea. But you need others to
help
say,
realize
look,
it, right,
yeah, what is troubling them? Why something? It's like the parking. Those who are going to church.
Right,
You can do
right.
it. We have a Hispanic community coming in, a Asian community, and we need to welcome. We want everyone. I suppose one of the key things to me would be welcome.
Right.
And when you're walking down the street, smile. It won't hurt. I mean, it's
Those are little things you can do every day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And all the Hispanics, I hate when they try to demonize them, immigrants and everything.
I know.
Most of them, come on, the Guatemalans working 3 jobs, trying to send money home.
Exactly.
That's all. I mean, and making our economy go, and while they get exploited, they should be welcome. They should get charity care.
And then the minute you ask them if they would be helpful, would they translate something so that the community would know better what their interests were?
Right,
They're
right.
the first to say, of course I will. We'll help here. You find unemployment a problem. Let me see if we can write it in Spanish and be
Right, right.
helpful.
Exactly.
I
And these
agree.
people are here. No one's going anyplace. There's so many newcomers.
And their children.
Right,
And
and
the children are just
the baby, yeah. Right. It's
So
uplifting.
I know it's not perfect, and I definitely know we need reform, immigration reform.
Yes, yeah.
But I'm the
Even
first
George
to
Bush
say
tried
this.
that. You know.
That's right. But I would agree, the sooner the better.
Yes. No, we need it, and don't demon. I hate the polarizing demonization of politics
Yeah.
out of all that and
There's
everything.
no need for it. There really isn't.
So what are you doing tonight when you leave here? Are you going to go and do a rally or no?
Actually, we have an 86th birthday party going on.
You're not 86, are you?
No,
I
I'm
don't
not
think so.
86. No, I'm not 86.
Whose 86th birthday?
86 is Uncle Charles's birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and he will be. We have relatives coming from Andover, Massachusetts,
Wow.
and from Stockton.
Are
so
you from Cleveland originally, though?
Yes.
I remember that.
My hometown, yes.
You slid or?
I loved it, from Shaker Heights.
It's you and Paul Newman. You look like
Right.
Joanne Woodward a little
Do you
bit.
really think so?
You do. I do. Oh, did
I
you?
know,
He was a
he's-
hometown boy.
Oh, he was a hometown boy.
Right.
So it's been very special. And I love Princeton. I miss Cleveland a little bit, but I think Princeton has been very good to me. And
You to Princeton.
I think we'll hang in.
Well, continue your quest. Hey, we can't all get together all the time, but why can't we try?
It's true.
Thank you,
Thank
Henry.
you so much,
Yes.
Adam. This is wonderful.
Okay.
They're wrapping it up. Oh, I'm looking at Larry.